Very good. Pronounced my name well. Yes, I'm Pam McAloon from Pinellas County. I've lived here, since 1979, and I've seen a lot of changes. I'm going to attack this from a different angle, and that is at one time, I actually was against term limits because I always felt that the ballot box term limited the person who was elected and that the challenger had a chance. But when I did my research, I saw that the incumbent actually has an 85% chance of being reelected. Doesn't leave much hope from what I'm seeing for the challenger himself. When I look at term limits, I think of the corporate boardroom. I think of a corporate boardroom that doesn't have a turnover whereby there are fresh ideas, younger people coming onto the scene, and bringing in new people with new ideas. And that's what happens with corporations that don't have a boardroom turnover. The company becomes staid and it's pretty much stuck in its ways. We have term limits for our statewide officers, as we all know, legislators, and of course our U.S. president. Thank you, FDR. He would have been president for a very long time had he continued to live. More importantly, I think it's imperative that the elected officials do respond, listen to the people who did overwhelmingly vote for term limits and, yes, fresh ideas. They also did not vote for, light rail, green light? And it seems to me that there's a push for that to go forward. I look at downtown St. Petersburg with rapid bus transit. Lastly, I would like to end, and I'm going to make this short, because I would be repeating what everybody else has already said. I am for term limits. So was George Washington. George Washington, after having served 2 terms, stepped down because he had faith in the nation to be able to carry on business, and he was right. King George III, when he found out about this by Mr. George Best, who was the painter at the time, he said, if he follows through on resigning his commission, he'll be the greatest man who will ever have walked the face of this earth. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Stephen Lang.